What is going on? Welcome and thank you, of course, so much for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Gala Don. It is No Cash Clash, episode 13. And you guys are liking the series, so here is the requirement in likes for next episode. I need 1 million likes. Alright, but there's a catch. If you like the video, then you can go down to the comments and leave a comment of up to 10,000 likes, okay? Your choice, you choose. When you go down to the comments, you can say, Galadon, I leave 1 like, or Galadon, I leave 10,000 likes. If they add up to 1 million, then we will have another episode of No Cash Clash, where Galadon is dominating Town Hall 6 on his way to Town Hall 7. And yes, you might notice in the background some new epic music. Please do let me know if you like it. I think that it is pretty awesome, and it's from Epidemic Sound is the name. And I'll get the exact artist. Oh, it's Edgar Hop. Edgar Hop in Epidemic Sound, if you guys are curious and you want more. Very cool. And all right, so hey, speaking of hopping, that's right, hopping over the walls are the Hog Riders. They are absolutely annihilating with their little blue hammers. That's right, level 10 hogs coming in here. I said I was going to try to vary up the CC troops just a bit, and holy cow. I mean, they just dominate. Well, okay, they dominate as long as they don't step on a spring trap. That, I noticed, is the key, because bases like this, I mean, I basically, get it, bases basically could have just left the hogs to do the rest, and maybe it would have been a time fail. We instead drop in a few barbs and archers, and the hogs easily took out every single defense. Didn't even use the lightning spells on the mortars at all, just counted on the hogs. This was, I believe, my first attack using Hog Riders, and I thought, well, okay, let's see. Everybody keeps saying in the comments, try Hog Riders Galadon in your CC. They'll be powerful, and, well, yeah, they kind of are. So that was fun. Again, you know, it's no cash. It is free to play, and this is the thing. I honestly feel like, at this point, this could become the most loved series on my channel in the history of YouTube for me, which is about 7 years of making YouTube videos. I'm a few months away from 7 years of doing this, and back in the day, I had a series, you may recall, if you're an old-time viewer, The Quest to 5,000 Trophies. That's right, that was such a fun series, and you guys loved the grind, you loved being there alongside as we tried to get up in trophies. Of course, now with a bunch of cheaters owning the leaderboards, there's really no sense in doing that. So yeah, not that I would have the skill anyway, but I'm not willing to cheat, that is for certain. Okay, so man, the Aleut I am taking though, it sure feels like I am cheating sometimes when I pick up these massive halls, and get ready, it gets bigger. Here, even at Town Hall 6, we are going to pick up monstrosities of loot, and now we're also starting to see a disparity in the loot. And what I mean by that is the elixir is building up. It's building and building and building, and there's not a lot left to do. This episode, by the end of this episode, I believe we'll have all of the elixir upgrades done except for the spells. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's nothing out there for us like the Resorcular. Oh, come on. What I wouldn't give for just one tiny little Resorcular in every village, just to help us out a little bit. I'm not talking about a big thing, just a little tiny Resorcular, just appears in the corner of the village. Maybe you purchase it in the shop, maybe you get it as a regular building at Town Hall 6 or 7 or 8. But if you guys haven't heard about it before, this was my idea. The art is done by Vovson, and it recycles resources. You put in one and it pumps out the other of your choice. You could put in elixir, get out a small amount of gold, put in dark elixir, get out a small amount of elixir, anything like that. Now, of course, I will tell you, this idea has been shot down by the Clash of Clans team, but, and it's a big but, I don't see why it couldn't be a possibility. Now, I realize that there's something being said about the Clash economy, and you can't take out too much of one resource and inject too much of another because it will devalue one or increase the value of another. And I agree with that completely, wholeheartedly. But again, I think that if you allowed this to create small amounts, and again, it would not be economy changing, just small, very small percentages of your overall loot, players would feel listened to, players would feel like they had something else to do, and also, and here's the catch for Clash of Clans, it would give players another reason to log into the game. Let's make the Resorcular not do a lot at a time, but let's make it have a very small capacity so that players need to log on even more frequently than they do for storages, mines, that pumps and things like that. Let's make it so that they have to log on more frequently, and this is going to increase player activity while at the same time giving something back to the players. And I'm not suggesting you make it cost gems or have anything to do with gems. I'm saying just put it in the game, and I think that would be amazing. I will continue to bring up the Resorcular every chance I get because I think it's brilliant. I really do. And again, okay, have I said enough about the Resorcular? And yes, okay, fine. It's the worst name ever. And if they were to do something like this, they would certainly not call it the Resorcular. But maybe they could call it the Gala Resorcular. The Galadon idea Resorcular building thing that goes anyway. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys can come up with a better name for the Resorcular. If somebody comes up with a name for the Resorcular better than Resorcular and I adopt it and rename my theoretical structure after your name, I will shoot you a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay? So let me know again. So you got the likes down there. You can leave up to 10,000 likes. Just leave me your comment. And also, I will do my best to acknowledge your comments if you're leaving more than one. I mean, if you leave one like, I appreciate it. But if you leave more than one like, maybe even 10,000, I'll definitely try to get down there and heart your comment with my missing YouTube icon. If you guys didn't know about that, YouTube somehow has taken away a few different content creators' icons accidentally, I'm told. And they're working on trying to fix it. And it's this weird combination of YouTube with Google. And so like one doesn't talk to the other very well. So we're just waiting to try to find out if they ever get along and if I can get my icon back, because that would be pretty sweet. And who knows? I mean, there's always the chance that by the time you see this video, well, probably not, let's be honest. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah. So we're making a lot of upgrades, and I didn't want to bore you guys with all of the individual upgrades as we go through Town Hall 6. And generally, I won't do that. I'm not going to make so many episodes that it'll be like, oh my gosh, you guys, we got gold mined level 11. I can't believe it. Yeah, so we generally will not do that. I'm trying to compress the episodes a little bit, although there is a lot going on. And of course, once we get to Town Hall 7, things are going to slow way down, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay because I am loving this. I'm actually really enjoying the free-to-play action, and so far so good. I realize there is going to be a point where we have a much longer grind, Town Halls 7, 8, 9, and that's where I ask you guys gently, I ask you all kindly to stop by a Facebook live stream and keep me company, hang out, because these will not make for the most exciting streams, that is for certain, but I will be there hanging out, talking to you guys, and doing my best to answer every possible comment and question. There's the URL, check it out. In the meantime, let's talk about this strategy that I alluded to last episode. I said I was going to try something different, and so here's the plan. We don't have a Resorcular, we don't need much elixir, and certainly for days at a time now, because we'll be starting the new spell upgrades like lightning and heal, and that's all we have left to spend elixir on. So there's no way that we're going to run out of this stuff, especially because when we raid, we often get a lot of both. So the plan is to take the elixir storages and set them on the outside of the base and spend almost all of our gold. So if you carefully look at this, what happens is we're spending gold because we're upgrading walls, and there's a wide variety of gold costs right now for the different defenses and buildings. We want to get to Town Hall 7, yes, of course, but in the meantime, I promised you guys I would not rush. You voted on my channel that I should not rush, so I will not rush, because I said, I've been saying this for 7 years. I always listen to my audience, and what you guys love is honestly what I love too. So here we are at 914 trophies. The idea being, if we put the elixir on the outside, will we gain trophies on defense between now and when we max out Town Hall 6? There goes the lightning spell on its way to level 2. Of course, lightning and heal both have to go to level 3 at Town Hall 6, so we've got several days left of raiding to do before we can be completely done. Most of the other upgrades will happen in 8-hour increments, and we'll get those done quickly. But for now, the idea here is let's gain some trophies, and let's just see. Remember, we're going to be losing trophies on offense, oftentimes sniping gold alone. So here's a way to try to balance it out, maybe get around 1,000 trophies, and then we're that much closer to that big gem achievement when we hit Town Hall 7. Thank you guys. Make sure to leave 10,000 likes down in the comments. As always, Sticking around all the way to the end of the episode makes you a true Galafan member, and I love every gosh darn last one of you, so get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind of people, animals, and planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, just use a few gems on the spells, just to speed things up a bit. Come on, Galadon, you know you want to.